Real quick, a few minutes. I think back 12 years ago, I was standing right down the street there on the lower level of that temple building right there.
Yes.
12 years ago. And I was able to announce to folks that night that we had made history because I had become the youngest person ever elected to Danville City Council. And tonight, I can stand here and say we made history again because I received more votes than anyone has ever received in the history of Danville City Council.
Okay, let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about this breaking news coming out of Virginia. Now, this right here is Lee Vogler. He is a city councilman in Danville, Virginia. Now, Lee Vogler is a family man. He's married with kids. But on July the 30th, things got a little heated for him, and we're going to dive into that. Now, Danville, Virginia is a small town that sits right on the state line of Virginia and North Carolina. Really is almost closer to cities in North Carolina than anything. Now, this right here is Lee Vogler to the left, and to the right is Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes. Because on July the 30th, this building right here, I want to say Showcase Magazine, where Lee Vogler was working at, Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes made his way to that location to confront Lee Vogler about a personal matter. That's what the reports are saying, and that's what the word is all over social media. Now, allegedly, this whole thing allegedly is supposed to be over maybe some infidelity, because Lee Vogler was set on fire by Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes with a 5-gallon thing of gasoline. I don't know if it was unleaded, premium, or what. Now, this right here is Lee Vogler with his wife, but also with the wife of the attacker, Michael Buck Hayes. And people are saying that Lee Vogler allegedly may have had a little something going on with the attacker's wife. But also, keep in mind, the attacker wife, her name is, I want to say Mary Alice, something like that. Now, she recently filed for divorce from Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes. And like I say, we're going to get into this because Michael Buck Hayes' mother jumped into the comments on someone's page on Facebook to kind of confirm allegedly the stuff that's going on that people saying the reason why this happened. Let's go.
I am Andrew Brooks. I am the publisher and owner of Showcase Magazine. Today, our coworker Lee Vogler was attacked in our office. An individual forced his way into our office carrying a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline and poured the gasoline on Lee. Lee attempted to flee, ran to the front of the building. The individual followed him and set him on fire. Lee identified his attacker as a man named Shotzi Buck. We don't know if that's his real name or a nickname. Lee is awake and talking and en route to the burn center in Lynchburg. Our hearts and prayers are with him. Everyone here at Showcase, we don't even really know what to say. We're cooperating with the police. Our associate publisher is currently being interviewed by the police at the police station. This type of senseless act of violence has to stop. You do not have the right as a human being to get upset with someone enough to lash out and attempt to harm them in any way, much less this way.
Witnesses at the local magazine where Vogler worked told police Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes somehow forced his way into the office and threw the liquid on Vogler, who exited the building, where Hayes then set him alight. Witnesses provided a description of the suspect and his car. Hayes was arrested a short time later. Police say the two men knew each other and that the attack stemmed from a personal matter, not related to politics or Vogler's position on the city council.
This is Danville City Councilman Lee Vogler.
In 2012, Vogler, a Republican, became the youngest person ever elected to the council at 24. He was repeatedly re-elected, including last year, and wrote regularly for the magazine, often short posts about life with his wife and two young children.
He is a very gregarious, handsome gentleman with a tremendous energy.
Vogler was airlifted to an area hospital after the attack. The magazine's publisher says he was conscious and speaking at that time, but tonight there is no new word on his condition.
Now, this is a really messed up situation. You know, a man at work doing his job, minding his business, and this man gets into this business at this place, Showcase Magazine. But he comes in, but he has a 5-gallon can of gasoline. Now, 5 gallons is a lot. And I'm not trying to, make no jokes or nothing, but I'm just wondering what was Lee Vogler doing that he was able to allow somebody to pour 5 gallons of gasoline on him. If I see someone coming to confront me with 5 gallons of gasoline, I'm pretty sure I'm running fast as I can to get away. Now, they did say he tried to run towards the door, but 5 gallons of gasoline, like when you pour it out or whatever you do with it, at least he had it in a 5-gallon bucket and walked in with the bucket and just dumped the whole bucket out. Now, that's different. But if you just got a gas can, it's going to take a while for 5 gallons to pour out. But then he chased him down. So, he probably had a match, lighter, whatever, and threw it. And, it don't take much for it to light up. So at the end of the day, that's probably how that happened. Even with him running, that guy probably caught up with him. Was a lot faster. And even with him running, if he couldn't get away, then he has the gasoline on him. It is what it is. Now, this situation is getting kind of crazy. Because like I say, this is Lee Vogler's wife. But people saying that allegedly he was messing with Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes' wife. And somebody has said this. They said Hayes' mom, Naomi Buck, says Vogler was having an affair with Mary Alice Hayes' wife. Naomi Buck, the suspect mother, came in the comment section and said Vogler was having an affair with his wife. He broke their marriage. Because recently the wife of the suspect just filed for divorce 2 weeks before this incident happened on July the 30th. Now, I know I've seen some people in the comments saying, hey, he's a married man. He got 2 kids. He's a city councilman. He ain't doing that. He's a good guy. I don't think I'm going to say people is nobody's perfect. And just because it appears that he can be a good guy, you never know what he may or may not have done behind closed doors. Wife, 2 kids or not. People jeopardize their family and all kind of stuff, making bad decisions every day. I'm not saying he has done that, but all I know is Virginia is a state for lovers. But here's another thing, though, that I discovered, and I don't know if this means anything or not, but if you go to Lee Vogler IG page and go to who he is following, he is actually following my bad. He is actually following Shotzi Michael Buck Hayes' wife, Mary Alice Buck Hayes. You can see it right here. Lee Vogler page. He got 2,096 followers, but he is also following 2,312 people. And when you just type in Buck, you can buck on down there to the little list and you're going to see the suspect's wife. He is not following the suspect, and he clearly is following the suspect's wife. Do this mean anything? Yes and no. They can just be following each other, and that's it. But here's the thing. Lee Vogler, as you heard the news report, Lee Vogler and the suspect knew each other. So this is not like no stranger. They knew each other. So for a long time, apparently, it's a small town. Now, the wife is not following Lee Vogler, but you got to think about this. Lee Vogler is in a situation where he is not able to go through his phone and kind of unfollow anybody. Now, the wife probably was following Lee Vogler at first, but once this happened and the stuff started going around saying why, she made an unfollow Lee Vogler to kind of clear her space, allegedly. But he is right here. You can go look for yourself. Lee Vogler is following that man's wife on IG. It's just the internet. It's just a social media site. But let's be honest, people. Social media these days tell a story. Regardless you want to believe it or not, it does. It ain't just a fun place just to be following friends. It tell a story. What it's telling in this story, we don't know. But for the news reports and everybody around that town that's on social media, everybody is saying the same thing. Allegedly, this is about this. We have a triangle. And for it to be a personal matter, how personal can it get than a man feeling like you are the reason why his marriage is broke up like a number 2 pencil? But y'all get in the comments, tell what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share my videos. I'm Gertie Mac. Holla.